7 News starts now, live with breaking news.
Good evening. Breaking news in North Carolina, where a former NASCAR driver and his family have died in a plane crash. State Senator Richard Hudson says Greg Biffle and his family were among those on board.
Yeah, investigators say the plane went down around 10:15 this morning at the Statesville Regional Airport. It's about 45 miles north of Charlotte. We have team coverage tonight, beginning with Jen Cardone.
This is doorbell video from the moment a plane crashed while landing at Statesville Regional Airport Thursday morning.
My blinds was closed, but it was a little bit open, so I kind of seen like some red flares. And a little bit after that, I just heard like a big ruckus that shook the house.
Brevin Renwick was in this home when the plane crashed. He says he's used to loud noises from trucks and planes.
Speechless, honestly, because just being this close proximity, you never really prepare yourself for something like this to be a part of or experience.
At the airport, more images of the aftermath.
Went across and the whole end of the runway was on fire.
Scott Fain was working on electricity at the new terminal and took these photos.
I was thinking about the people on board. I couldn't see the actual plane. There was so much fire and smoke.
He says it was foggy and rainy when the plane hit.
Now, there's planes that come in here all day long, all the time, but never expected that.
Everyone saddened to know the impact this will have on the NASCAR community.
That's pretty heart-wrenching to kind of hear that it was one of them.
And that was Jen Cardone reporting. Let's take a look back at what we know so far about this crash. Authorities say 7 people were on the plane, including Greg Biffle and his family. The first call came in around 10:15 this morning. Flight data shows the plane was headed to Florida and crashed after it reportedly turned back around. The FAA and NTSB are handling that investigation.
Biffle had local ties in western North Carolina. In Rutherford County, they tell us he owned property off of Cane Creek Road and hosted a grassroots dirt track race at his Triple B Ranch each year. We'll hear from some of those in the area who knew him tonight at 10 and 11.
And many are remembering Biffle this evening for his accomplishments on and off of the track. Morgan Francis continues our team coverage tonight and takes us through his racing career.
Biffle wins at Michigan. Keselowski barely overcame for second.
Gregory Jack Biffle was an American racing legend, born December 23, 1969 in Vancouver, Washington. He started racing in the Pacific Northwest, gaining notoriety in short track racing. After working his way up through the local scene, it would be a Hall of Famer who would take notice of Greg's talent. Benny Parsons saw how Biffle dominated an off-season late model series then known as NASCAR Winter Heat. The man known as the Biff would win its inaugural championship, which had Parson talking to the legendary Jack Roush. Roush hired Biffle, and the two instantly made history, a champion in both the truck and what is now known as the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Biffle also found victory lane twice in one of NASCAR's Crown Jewel Cup Series races, the Southern 500 at Darlington. Overall, Biffle would earn 19 Cup wins in 515 starts across 14 full-time seasons. Biffle couldn't stay away from the garages. He's kept busy driving one-off races in the ARCA series and even driving for Kyle Busch's truck team back in 2020. All this while making appearances on tracks across the country, meeting with fans. Off the track, Biffle was involved in several philanthropic endeavors. More recently, he participated in relief efforts when Hurricane Helene devastated western North Carolina, offering his private helicopter to help deliver supplies to residents who were stranded from flooding in the region. Greg was recently named to NASCAR's 75 Greatest Drivers in 2023. He was 55 years old.
Morgan Francis reporting there. We're also hearing from NASCAR this evening about Greg Biffle's death. They sent us this statement, which reads in part, quote, Greg was more than a champion driver. He was a beloved member of the NASCAR community, a fierce competitor, and a friend to so many. His passion for racing, his integrity, and his commitment to fans and fellow competitors alike made a lasting impact on the sport.